Together is written and directed by Michael Shanks in his feature directorial debut and stars Dave Franco and Alison Brie. Years into their relationship, Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country, with tensions already flaring. An encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. But I also want to give a big thank you to the sponsor for this video, BetterHelp. Summer is always a great time to slow down and reset, and just a few weeks ago, my wife and I took a vacation with the kids to Amish country in Ohio, where it's very chill, very quiet, and we stayed in a cabin, and it was wonderful. This trip was different because it was actually encouraged by my therapist. Therapies helped me realize that even when life feels busy, slowing down for a reset can be excellent for my mental health. That's why I'm really grateful to have resources like BetterHelp, who are sponsoring today's video. BetterHelp makes it so much easier to start therapy and keep it consistent, no matter what your schedule looks like. You just fill out a quick questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist in as little as a few days. And if it doesn't feel like the right fit, you can switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. And with over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can feel confident trying. So if you're planning a summer trip or just need to hit pause and check in with yourself, consider making mental health part of that journey. Head to betterhelp.com/Chris Stuckmann or click the link in the description to get 10% off your first month. That link is in the description below. Once again, it's betterhelp.com/Chris Stuckmann for 10% off your first month. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. I've been hearing about this movie for a while. A lot of my friends saw it, said it was great. It premiered at Sundance, made a big splashy sale. And sometimes when a movie gets a lot of praise, it can be difficult to live up to the hype. That's not the case with Together. I found this movie absolutely incredible. Michael Shanks is a wonderful filmmaker right out of the gate. This movie had me tense from the opening scene. There's a sequence with two dogs that was reminiscent of John Carpenter's The Thing in the best way. And immediately I thought to myself, okay, I'm in good hands. Whenever a film's opening is that good, it makes me feel like I can kind of sit back and relax and just enjoy the ride. Oftentimes when I see a movie, even a movie that I'm enjoying, I have this horrible part of me in the back of my mind that's like hoping the movie maintains how much I'm enjoying it. And it's hard for me sometimes to separate myself from that really annoying part of my personality when it comes to movies. But with Together, I felt very at ease for like the whole thing because all of the choices were so smart with the way the characters spoke to each other, the relationship that's set up so well by real life couple Alison Brie and Dave Franco, who are both excellent in the movie. But the way the film also holds back, cutting away from scenes right when they're getting really uncomfortable or very strange and not giving us needed information to understand what they may have talked about after such a weird event. And we're left to sort of wonder like, how did they deal with that? For instance, there's a scene early on involving hair, and I could see a writer being tempted to continue that scene longer and have them be like, WTF, like, what's going on? But cutting away from it and going right to the next morning, it keeps the pace up. It keeps us second guessing what is going to happen next, and it doesn't really release us from the tension when a film might be tempted to. It's also surprisingly very funny, and I think that at the end of the day, if you were to look at this movie and try to get deeper into its meanings, marriage is very funny, and two people coming together, whether it's marriage or just a committed relationship, it's funny by how dark it can be sometimes. You can experience the worst day of your life in regards to your relationship and end it by laughing together about it because you just can't believe how bad that day was if you truly are with someone that you can be with for the rest of your life and that relationship means something to you. This movie goes really in depth about relationships and marriage to a point where it's not just about the physical body horror that's appearing on the screen as these two are literally drawn closer and closer together, but you could even take the genre element out of this movie and still have a very compelling relationship drama. And a lot of this can be attributed not just to the great writing, but to the already mentioned excellent performances from Brie and Franco. The petty squabbles and the domestic arguments that they have about random things are so effective and so entertaining and so crisply written by Shanks that I really could have watched the movie without the genre stuff too. Yes, I love having that, and I definitely appreciate the movie more for it, but I was interested in their relationship. I wanted them to succeed as partners, and that's because Shanks has written a really terrific movie, and I cared about these characters, I cared about their future. Plus, it is extremely suspenseful, has some really gnarly imagery, and some wince-inducing moments that are going to make a lot of people squirm. This is a directorial debut you should not miss. Definitely check this one out in theaters on the biggest screen possible. Try to see it with other people so you can hear them getting really uncomfortable, because that's just going to make it even better. Also, if you happen to be in San Diego, California, or you were planning on going to Comic-Con, I'm going to be there. If you didn't see on my Instagram, I posted that I will be on a panel called The Next Wave of Horror, and I will be so fortunate and lucky to be sitting next to Osgood Perkins, Tatiana Maslany, Michael Shanks, Dave Franco, and Alison Brie. And we're all going to share information and fun tidbits and possibly some other really cool stuff if you're in the room about our upcoming movies. Perkins has Keeper, Shanks has Together, and I have Shelby Oaks. And I really hope that as many of you as possible can make it there. I am so excited to share things with you about Shelby Oaks. I just cannot wait. This is going to be a very fun and exciting next few months, and I hope to see you guys there. So guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.